why would you be watching this video if you don't like the vining look? This is what this video is about. So get your life. Get your life. Hi my salty pecans, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Pamela, and on today's video I am going to be sharing with you all 5 of my top favorite hanging vining plants. So if you're interested in the 5 plants that I'm going to mention, then keep on watching. So welcome back everyone. Alright, so the first plant that I'm going to actually mention is none other than the beautiful Pothos, the Epiphrenium aureum. I absolutely love the Pothos plant. This is one of my many Pothos. I have quite a few in my collection. This one is my oldest. I believe I purchased this in 2014 or in 2015, one of those years, and it's lived in the same pot. I have not changed this pot. I have not changed this plant, so this is either 5 or 6 years old since this plant, you know, has been in my collection, since it's still been living inside of this pot. What I do, right, to just help, you know, add a bit more nutrients is I'll either add a little bit more soil with some compost in it over top, or I'll actually pull the entire plant out and add soil at the bottom of the pot, you know, scrunch the roots a little bit, remove some soil, and then relay it back inside of this pot, because I personally don't want this to be in a larger pot. I like how it is, the way it is, maintained the way it is. And you know, this plant did not look like this. I helped manicure this plant so it could look this way. If you're interested, I do have a video on the last time that I cleaned up this plant. It wasn't looking all that good, so I will tag that video up here. But yeah, the first plant is the Epiphrenium aureum, golden pothos. You can display this plant in many different varieties. You can keep it in water. You can add it in a cage like this. So you can display this plant in so many different ways. It's up to you. The ball is in your court. You're the master of your own design. So first plant, Epiphrenium aureum. So the next hanging, aka vining, tendriling plant that I'm going to mention is definitely the Skindapsis pictus. I'm picking the Skindapsis pictus because of just its beautiful silvery hues, and the Skindapsis comes in so many different varieties. There's the Skindapsis pictus jade, there's the exotica, there's the silvery Ann, there's I think maybe like 8 or so varieties, don't quote me on that. But the Skindapsis pictus is just so beautiful. It adds a different bit of like dimension and hue into your collection versus like the Epiphrenium aureum, aka golden pothos. The foliage can either be golden and green, or it could be white and green, but the Skindapsis is one of the few plants that gives you that silvery hue alongside the green, and I just love how dark green and vibrant the foliage is. This plant does not like to dry out, so if you find that your Skindapsis is just like yellowing, it's most likely because this baby is thirsty. So definitely keep your Skindapsis more on the, you know, moister side, but don't keep it, you know, overwatered. Alright, so if you're not someone who's very into foliagey, leafy sort of plants, you're into more of the succulent, cacti sort of plants, then the next one is for you to look out for, and it's definitely the Ripsalis. I believe this is the Ripsalis vocifera. It's beautiful. I purchased this at the same time I purchased my string of hearts, and this plant is, you know, humongous. It's so long. I love how it just looks like little twiggies, and it's so cute. It's such a cute little plant. Beautiful. This plant is so drought resistant. Ripsalis in general are just one of my favorite sorts of plants. They're so underrated. There's so many varieties, and these also flower. Get your Ripsalis. The Ripsalis is the next one, and this one is the vocifera. It's like little angel hair pasta spaghettis. It's so cute. Don't eat this. Hey, are you still watching? Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up to support me. Supporting my videos by sharing, liking, and commenting helps me with the YouTube algorithm, because that's how YouTube operates. You know, the more you engage with my videos, the more that it will promote it. So again, if you're watching this video still, definitely give it a thumbs up and share, you know, before you continue. I could not mention vining hanging plants without mentioning Syngoniums. And the one I'm showing you is my Syngonium albo. This is beautiful. And a lot of people like to stake up their Syngoniums. I don't like to stake my Syngoniums. I love to let them just grow wild in all directions, however way they want to grow. I let my plants do that. It could be Syngoniums, it could be different monstera types. Just let them grow wild because they're just beautiful like that. They're beautiful. So this is my albo Syngonium. This baby started off as like a baby. You see what I did there? And I've actually propagated this plant also. It's really easy to propagate. This one in particular lives inside of moss, and yeah, you can grow these in moss and not have to worry about soil or other stuff. So this is the next hanging vining plant that you should definitely look out for. It doesn't have to be the albo, it could be Syngoniums in general, because I have quite a few Syngoniums in my collection. The last hanging vining plant that I'm going to be mentioning are Philodendrons. This one in particular is my Philodendron micans. I purchased this baby in the year 2019. Around like November of 2019 I purchased it, and it was much smaller, much smaller, and this plant is just like insane. It grows like a weed. I love these. It has this dark, rich, deep underbelly that, you know, the micans is known for. So Philodendron micans are just really vining, really hanging, really tenderly. Again, all the plants that I mentioned, except for the Ripsalis, you can stake them up and give them like a moss pole if you don't like that vining look. But why would you be watching this video if you don't like the vining look? This is what this video is about, so get your life. Get your life. This is another philodendron that you can definitely get. This is a Brazil. The Brazil is very common, just like the regular scadens, the regular green philodendron, but this one has the lemon limeness into it. And I actually am so proud of this plant because it started off as a cutting, and I've chopped and propped and chopped and propped to give it this fuller, bushier look, and I could not be more proud of this plant. And look at this really lime new growth that's coming in right now. Isn't this so pretty? And yeah, my salty pecans, that is the end of this video. If you like, so those are the 5 hanging, trailing, vining plants that I'm going to mention in this video. If you liked it, please let me know by giving it a thumbs up and sharing. Subscribe if you aren't already. Join this little kooky family because we're pretty awesome here. Become a salty pecan, and don't forget to hit the notification bell to be notified every single time I upload a new video. And I will see you in the next one. Let's get growing.